Daddy is going to tell you a story, a book named If Nathan Were Here by Mary Barr. If Nathan were here, we would meet in our tree fort to choose which team hats to wear from our baseball hat wall of fame. And if we met early and were quiet, we would watch his sister, Mary Kate, warming up her pitching arm before school. And if she didn't hear us climb down, we would hide and wait and whisper how we're telling Roger Winnie she's better ball player than he is. And if Mary Kate wrecked us with her backpack like she does every day of our lives, we would take the shortcut through the woods. And if it rained and the night before, we would try to splash each other in the puddles. On our way, we'd nibble Mr. Potter's strawberries and practice our show and tell speeches where nobody could see us. And if our speeches were good enough to make the squirrels stand still, they'd probably be good enough to make the class stand and cheer. And if anybody cheered for Nathan, we would add a demonstration to his speech. And if Nathan demonstrated pitching, especially the Mary Kate kind, the whole class would laugh because Nathan does that to people. And if the whole class laughed, so would Miss Brickley because she's that kind of a teacher. But Nathan isn't there, and nobody's laughing. Miss Brickley is explaining how we can fill a memory box with all the best things we remember about Nathan. She starts us off. I like the way Nathan made us laugh, so I'm putting in a photograph of one time he did. I like the way he slid into home plate, Peter says. Can I draw a picture of that? Great idea, Miss Brickley said. Nina raised her hand. I always liked the banana sandwiches he traded at lunch. I could make a recipe card. How about questions? Rico asks. Can we put questions in the memory box? Then write the answers Nathan might give us? My teacher wipes her eyes before she answers. Certainly. What kind of questions should we ask? Lots of hands go up, and the questions start rolling. I have only one question for Nathan, but I don't raise my hand. Miss Brinkley looked at me, but she doesn't ask. She knows I'll talk to Nathan in my own time, in our tree fort. After school, I pull the rim of my baseball hat low and follow Mary Kate home, but I hide behind the bushes when she turns around. I cut through our woods because I feel like hitting puddles with a stick. I sit behind Mr. Potter's garden and he joins me. Neither of us eats as many strawberries as Nathan usually did. I toss my backpack on the kitchen table and tell Dad I'm going to the tree fort. I let him squeeze me a little. I climb the rope ladder and pull it up behind me. Then I touch each hat on our wall of fame. I grab Nathan's favorite bat and lie beside it in our dreaming rug. Nathan was a dynamite hitter, like Mary Kate. I close my eyes and think about the memory box questions at school today. Do you still pack trading cards in your lunch? Do you still have homework? Or is it always recess up there? Were you scared? Finally, I asked my question. What am I supposed to do without my best friend? Then I wait and listen to the silence. After a while, I hear a noise below. I look through my peephole. It's only Mary Kate. She's easy to ignore. So I go back to my dreaming rug. I remember how Nathan always tapped the rim of his hat and said, "Till next season," when things were great. And I wish he were here to say it now. Then I hear Dad call me for dinner. After dinner, Nathan's mom lets me take his dog for a walk. Yogi sniffs every place Nathan used to stop along the way. The next morning is crazy with sunshine. I wonder if Nathan's making a laugh. I rush to the fort and pull up the ladder. I've decided to take a hat for Nathan's memory box. But which one? There's noise below. I peek through the peephole. It's Mary Kate. Nathan never wanted his sister up here before. I'm thinking, maybe he'd like her up here now. The end. Have a good night. Dad will tell you a story in the next episode. Okay?